With the Meta Connect event quickly approaching, T-minus 15 days and counting at the making of this video, where the expectation is for the Meta to fully announce and probably start pre-orders of their upcoming Quest 3, we've had some more leaks, including an actual unboxing of one that was left somewhere, so let's talk about it. Keep in mind, these are speculations based on various leaks that have happened, and Meta hasn't officially confirmed many of these, but from past experience with past headsets, leaks like these tend to be pretty accurate. To that unboxing, apparently a Quest 3 was left somewhere or something, and someone found it or something. I don't know. I haven't been able to confirm the circumstances leading up to this unboxing, but VR Panda on Twitter, or is it X now, posted this video of a Quest 3 unboxing. This happened with the Quest Pro release, with those being left in a hotel and staff finding them, yada yada, and the suspicious minded side of me is skeptical of the accidental leaving of these leading to these videos, but that is a topic for another day. What we can say from this video, nothing new was really learned. We pretty much already knew what it looked like, what the controllers looked like, etc., with the exception of one thing. If you take a look at this label on this head strap, it leads us to believe the Quest 3, in addition to the IPD adjustment via a knob on the device, there will also be a focal distance adjustment to accommodate the wearing of glasses. Basically, you'll be able to move the lenses further away to make room for those glasses. The Quest Pro has such a feature, and if the Quest 3 has it as well, that is great news for those that wear glasses. Something else we learned, courtesy of VR Panda's Twitter or X post, again, was that Quest 2 third-party accessory head straps won't be compatible with the Quest 3 because, as you can see in this photo, the part on the left is what the Quest 3 will have, and the one on the right is a Quest 2 strap, and they are clearly not the same type. I have some ideas how to modify a Quest 2 third-party one to work with the Quest 3, but we will see once I get my hands on a Quest 3. It is, however, safe to assume, though, that for most people, you have to buy a whole new set of accessories for your Quest 3. If you have watched my last video talking about the Quest 3, I had my doubts if the Quest 3 would have Wi-Fi 6E support. Wi-Fi 6E is the one that opens up the 6 Hz frequency to users as opposed to the standard 2.4 and 5 Hz you get with the Wi-Fi 6. Well, it turns out this will have it based on the FCC approval for the Quest 3. This is more great news for those interested in getting the Quest 3 because as someone who uses a Quest Pro as my daily driver that does have 6E support, it's a significant improvement over the standard Wi-Fi 6. You will need to get a new router that supports the Wi-Fi 6E if you don't have one, so keep that in mind. We've pretty much already knew that the Quest 3 would have some pretty great pass-through. Well, we hope it will, as they will be using high-resolution color cameras and a depth sensor for it, but since Meta did such a terrible job with the Quest Pro's pass-through, it wouldn't surprise me in the least if they drop the ball here as well. But let's run with the premise it will be great. Part of that greatness stems from the fact it will have a depth sensor which opens up opportunities for spatial mapping, object recognition, gesture controls, etc. And to that end, a video was released showing the Quest 3 using a Smart Guardian to lay out a play space. This video also shows a virtual character interacting with a physical couch, and this really piques my interest because I think it would be fantastic to see mixed reality content that actually works around your physical home space. Fingers crossed here that Meta can actually land the plane on this and they don't mess it up like they did with the Quest Pro. Moving on to storage, it's looking like we will have a 128GB version and a 512GB version. Like I said in the beginning, leaks and speculation, but at this point, I'm pretty confident this is what it will be. For RAM, I'm seeing two numbers bounced around, 8 gigabytes and 12 gigabytes. There's a lot of haze around which it will be, with some saying 8 for the 128 version and 12 for the 512 version, but now we are really deep into the fog at this point. But what I can say is I'm hoping 12 gigabytes, as that is what the Quest Pro has, which is quite nice, but if it is only 8, that would still be a step up from the Quest 2, which only has 6. Let's talk about lenses, controllers, weight, and size now. The Quest 3 will have pancake lenses like the Quest Pro, as opposed to the Fresnel lenses on the Quest 2. This makes for a more compact headset which will improve the comfort when being worn. It will be LCD panels, and I've seen speculation based on a spec sheet that it will be 2 LCD panels, something about the size of the panels listed, more conducive to 2 as opposed to 1. We will see when the Quest 3 gets released. Resolution, we are looking at approximately 2064 by 2208, which is reached by finding what a 30% increase versus the Quest 2, which is what was announced. For FOV, per Bosworth, it's about the same as the Quest 2, which is disappointing as I measured the Quest 2 at 90 horizontal, 96 vertical roughly, which leaves a bit to be desired as opposed to the Quest Pro, which I roughly measured at 102-ish vertical and horizontal. And refresh rate is looking to be 120 Hz on the Quest 3. The Quest 3 will be powered by the new Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chip, but I don't expect out of the gate this will translate to insane game performances, as games will still be designed to run on a Quest 2 in addition to the Quest 3, but over time you will probably see the performance boost. The controllers are a unique approach. While they don't have tracking rings as one has come to expect, they will still have LEDs on them that is utilized with inside-out tracking, but in addition to that, they will be tracked using hand tracking. Those two systems will be working together to keep track of the controllers. I do like the concept, but I expect some growing pains initially. You will be able to use Quest Pro controllers with the Quest 3 just like you can with the Quest 2 if that is your preference. For size, the Quest 3 is looking to be about 40% smaller than the Quest 2, but that size difference won't translate into a lighter headset is the word. But since the Quest 3 will be slimmer than the Quest 2, it will probably be noticeably more comfortable to wear, as things will be more compact against your face. A good example of this is the Pico 4. The Pico 4 is actually heavier than the Quest 2 stock, and once you've upgraded the Quest 2's head strap, they weigh roughly the same, give or take. But the Pico 4 is far more comfortable than the Quest 2 because the weight of it is more balanced on your head, and again the front is slimmer and more compact against your face. If you're moving from the Quest 2 to the Quest 3, this is something you will probably really enjoy. For a release date, I've seen multiple sources, mistakenly or not, drop a release date of October 10th. Fingers crossed that this turns out to be accurate, because it would be fantastic. Quest 3 announced at Connect with pre-orders starting, and a few short weeks later they ship. It would be great if this is how things play out, but only time will tell. I'm personally planning to pre-order the moment I'm able, but what about you? Has the Quest 3 piqued your interest enough to buy it, or are you going a different direction? Let me know in the comments below.